Hey, tell me something. What if I told you there was a video game genre where every character you meet is a real person? Where every decision you make changes an actual scene, with actual actors playing it out. No 3D models, no CGI, just film, real performances, real consequences. Sound weird, right? Well, welcome to the strange, beautiful world of FMV games. Full, motion, video. You've probably never played one, or even heard of them. But today I'm going to take you deep into what might be the most underrated and oddly magical genre in gaming history. This is not just a trip down memory lane. This is a dive into something forgotten that maybe, just maybe, deserves a second life. Let's go. So, what even is an FMV game? Picture this. It's the early 90s. Compact discs just dropped. For the first time, game developers had space. Space to cram in actual video footage. So what do? They hired actors, brought in directors, made movies, and let you control them. It was like choose-your-own-adventure books met low-budget sci-fi and horror. You didn't just press buttons. You watched people scream, cry, kill, lie. It was clunky, weird, sometimes even hilarious, but undeniably unique. The genre exploded. And I mean exploded. For a while, you had titles like Night Trap, a game where you monitored security cameras in a house to stop vampire ninjas in spandex. Yes, that's a real sentence. Then there was Phantasmagoria, a horror game that was part haunted house, part grotesque art experiment, part soap opera. It was wild. Harvester, The Seventh Guest, Wirehead, Double Switch. FMV games were everywhere, and gamers were curious. Like really curious. You mean I can play a movie? It was revolutionary. At least until it wasn't. Because here's the truth. FMV games got ahead of themselves. The technology just wasn't ready. The video quality? Grainy. The acting? Let's just say your school's annual play had better performances. The gameplay? Click a button, watch a scene. Click another? Watch the same scene with different yelling. They weren't really games. They were barely interactive. More like watching a campy B-movie with a broken remote. And gamers noticed. Pretty soon, FMV went from cutting edge to cringe. The genre died. Quietly. Forgotten. Like an old VHS buried in your uncle's garage. But that's not where the story ends. Because something strange happened. Decades later, in the 2010s, FMV came back. But this time, smarter. Sharper. Subtle. Games like Her Story flipped the formula on its head. You weren't just watching. You were investigating. Searching through a database of interviews, trying to uncover a mystery yourself. It was immersive, brilliant, and personal. Then came Late Shift, a slick crime thriller where your choices actually mattered. And the production? On par with TV dramas. The Bunker delivered a tense, claustrophobic, post-apocalyptic story told entirely through live action. Telling lies, again from the creator of Her Story, took things even further. It blurred the line between reality and fiction, making you the detective in someone's digital life. These weren't the FMV games of the past. These were experiences. The genre had evolved, matured, and suddenly it worked. You know what's funny? In an era dominated by photorealistic graphics, open worlds, and 4K ray trace shadows, the idea of playing something that's just video footage sounds primitive. But here's the twist. FMV games offer something modern games often miss. Authenticity. You're not watching pixels emote. You're watching people emote. Real expressions. Real awkward silences. Real body language. And that hits different. Even a game like Not for Broadcast, part FMV, part media simulator, delivers political satire that feels too real. FMV doesn't simulate reality. It is reality, filtered through story. Now look, I'm not saying FMV is perfect. It's a tough genre to get right. One bad line reading, and the immersion snaps like a cheap headset. There's limited freedom. The gameplay can still feel passive. But when it works, it's unforgettable. And let's be honest, we're kind of drowning in sameness right now. Every game looks like a remix of the last 10 blockbusters. FMV feels different. It dares to be human in a medium that's obsessed with virtual perfection. That's brave. So why is no one talking about it? Why is this genre still niche, still overlooked, still whispered about in the corners of Reddit threads and retro YouTube channels. Maybe because we're still embarrassed by its cheesy past. Or maybe because FMV doesn't scream mainstream. It doesn't sell like battle passes or NFTs or skins. But you know what? That's exactly why it matters. FMV is the punk rock of gaming genres. Raw, imperfect, emotional, real. If you've never played one, I challenge you. Go try her story. Go play the bunker. Even check out the old-school madness of Night Trap on modern consoles. Experience it. And if you already have, tell me your favorite FMV moment in the comments. I want to know what twisted scene, what weird plot twist, what awkward monologue stuck with you. Because those moments, they're gold. And in a world of perfect pixels, maybe a little grain, a little VHS fuzz, and a whole lot of soul is exactly what we need. If you enjoyed this deep dive, consider liking the video. It helps more people discover hidden gems like this. Subscribe if you're into weird, retro, or just plain awesome video game content. I got plenty more coming. Until then, keep playing strange. Peace.